Hey everyone, Gio here.
Y Juan Carlos.
And this is a little different video for our channel. We don't typically put this out, but I'm starting it out with a little question for Juan Carlos. And you guys may or may not know the answer to this, but what year were you born?
82.
82. Wow. Do you know what I was doing in 1983 and 1984?
Stuff.
What kind of stuff?
All kinds of stuff.
Stay tuned and I'm going to share with you what I was doing in 1984 when you were two, crawling around in diapers. This is like one of those moments in the age gap couple where you go, really? Really? Is this our life? It is.
It is.
But we'll give you a hint. What kind of music do you really like?
I like 80s music.
He likes 80s music, folks. And guess what? So do I. And there was something that I was doing back in the 80s when you were crawling around in diapers.
Dancing around, maybe?
Perhaps. Stay tuned. I'm going to share a little interesting fact about myself with all of you that you didn't know. I think you're going to enjoy this, right?
Feel the heat of the hottest show in town on The Dance Show.
Hopefully you like that intro. Definitely things that make you go, Obviously, Juan Carlos and I met much later in life when he was in his 30s and I was in my 40s, so things are not weird, okay? Anyway, in this video, I'm taking you back in time. We're going to go all the way back to 1983, 84, actually the end of 83, the beginning of 84, and I was lucky enough to be cast on a television show that was nationally syndicated on Saturdays around the country, and it was called The Dance Show. So The Dance Show featured about 150 dancers from the greater Atlanta area, and all of us were young people, obviously excited to be there. And it was very much a television show, very similar to a couple other shows that you probably saw on television back in the day, American Bandstand being one, and the other being Soul Train. This was a locally produced show out of Atlanta and also out of New York. There were two studios where it was filmed out of. And we would get together and we would film multiple episodes in a day and dance to the greatest hits of the 80s. In addition to just dancing to the songs, we were able to really kind of get a chance to see some of the greatest artists of that era up close and personal. People like Madonna were on the show, the Thompson Twins, Adam Ant, Cyndi Lauper. You name it, they came through and we were able to dance to these amazing artists and feature their songs as they were being released, which was really kind of cool. And as a young person of the age of 17, 18 years of age at that time, getting ready to graduate high school and coming into myself, couldn't think of a better thing to do with my time on Saturdays than go down to the studio, spend an entire day dancing, and then get a chance to sit around with friends on Saturdays and review it. It was a little cringy for me to see myself on television, but it was still fun. So anyway, in this video, I'm taking you all the way back, and I'm just going to kind of let the video roll, let you see a little about what I looked like back then. Much skinnier, much more hair, and a lot of cool dance moves. So, enjoy The Dance Show.
We are packed to the gills. Welcome to our dance show, Dance Party. I'm Townsend Coleman.
And I'm Joshua Cal, and with us are about 150 of the world's greatest dancers, and they can't miss a beat, so hold on, because we're going to reach a new high at getting down. And back it all up, we've got the best sounds in town.
Listen, I'm ready, Cal. How about you? You ready?
I'm ready.
Huh? How about you? You ready? Everybody ready? Let's go to town. That's Tracy Ullman. Incidentally, if you didn't look closely, it said Tracy and Paul across the top there. That's Paul McCartney, of course, as they drove off into the sunset. Well, let's do some more dancing right now with a guy who probably never slumbers. It's Billy Idol and his newest one, Rebel Yell. Yanks, listen up. Also a show devoted to the new women of rock and roll and lots more.
We'll be here. You'll be here too. All right. Cool in the Gang sends us home with Tonight. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
That's Madonna and Borderline. And we have a few questions for Madonna now, if you'll indulge us for just a moment. Tell me, what was it like when you came to New York for the first time about 5 years ago?
Yeah, well, I got off the airplane and I had $35 in my pocket and my ballet slippers. And I'd never driven in a taxi cab before, so it was all a new experience for me. Taxi cab driver just dropped me off in the middle of the city, which I requested, and it was an overwhelming experience.
That first trip to New York can be quite an overwhelming experience. Madonna, tell me, what was it like growing up in a large family in Detroit and then all of a sudden winding up in New York City?
Well, actually, it's good preparation because when you have a big family, you automatically feel competitive. So that's a good, I think that's a good sort of attitude to have when you get to New York. And my brother, come here, brother. This is my brother Christopher. He's also part of my big family, and he dances with me, and he was inspired and came to New York after I was here.
Well, all right. Madonna, thanks so much. Keep your family together, and thank you for joining us on The Dance Show.
I tell you, these dances just get you energized up in here. Listen, special thanks to our guest Madonna and to all of our super energized dancers.
Well, there you have it, everyone. A little trip down memory lane with myself as I brought you back to the 1980s and The Dance Show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. It's definitely a little different for our channel, but, you know, wanted to jump on here and share a little nostalgia with all of you. And yeah, it's not lost on me that Juan Carlos was born in 1982, and just 2 years later, I was on that TV show dancing. definitely puts life into perspective, I guess you could say. But the cool thing about that is that one of the things that Juan Carlos and I bonded over was his love of 80s music. And of course, I have a nostalgic place in my heart for all of that music. And when we're driving around in the car, chances are we're listening to Sirius XM and we're listening to nostalgic radio from the 80s. Definitely we like First Wave is our go-to station. And it definitely brings back memories for me. And I've had a great time sharing those memories with Juan Carlos and, of course, making our own memories as a couple all the way here in 2024. So there you go. Anyway, were any of you on the show? Did any of you watch the show when you were a kid? Do you remember seeing it? If you did, put a comment below. Let me know. And if you were a dancer in Atlanta on the show and we haven't seen each other from the 1980s, comment below. I would love to hear from you. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. As always, happiness is a lifestyle. And we'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.